Guys.
Se eu fiz pra tu descer, então fica à vontade. Sacanagem com prazer pra ficar suave. Vem menina nesse clima que vai começar. Abre, fecha, trave, pena que cê vai gostar. Ela toma.
Okay, I have a question. Am I gonna follow the slides and everything from that YouTube link or from Google?
Se eu fiz pra tu descer, então fica à vontade. Sacanagem com prazer pra ficar suave. Vem menina nesse clima que vai começar. Abre, fecha, trave, pena que cê vai gostar. Ela toma.
Hey Isaac, this is Isaac in Germany. Dance the new M0 call. Let's dance it together and elevate this entity. Woo!
Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem.
Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem.
Kein Parkplatz, egal, ich hab keinen Führerschein. Ich denk nicht viel nach, ich will nicht klüger sein. Ich bin so down to earth, aber überheiß. Alle meckern über schlechte Wetter und ich chill daheim. Mein größtes Problem ist, dass ich keine hab. Halb leeres Glas bei dir, halb voll in meinem Glas. Schaufel mir halt ungern mein eigenes Grab. Ich sterb in nem maßgeschneiderten Designersack. Ich hab kein Problem und somit auch kein Drama. Du kannst es so sehen, aber ich seh's halt anders. Lasse alle reden, lasse haten, lasse labern. Es läuft wie von selbst und den Rest regelt Karma.
Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem. Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem.
Sorry dir zu sagen, dass mein Leben funktioniert. Ich weiß, dir wär's lieber, ich wär völlig ruiniert. Würd dir gern sagen, dass ich auch so scheiße dastehe wie du. Doch den Gefallen kann ich dir leider nicht tun. Ich muss dich leider schwer enttäuschen, ich komm einfach super klar. Mein Terminkalender reiert, doch ich feier das brutal. Ich geh ständig bis ans Limit, Überstunden sind normal. Doch wenn du liebst, was du tust, ist das egal. Du schreibst doch rote Zahlen, ist doch super für die Steuer. Dein Kredit nicht abbezahlt, und bald kommt doch noch ein neuer. Immer noch dieselbe Frau, ja genau, hab noch die Queen. Du siehst irgendwie müde aus, ist doch normal in Berlin.
Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem. Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem.
digo en la cara que no eres mi pana. Herida profunda no sana mañana. ¿Qué es lo que buscas? Vos e injusta. ¿Por qué me intrigas, inventas y embustas? Quieres ver en mí a ti, pero no es así. Lo que ves fácil así no funciona hoy aquí. Hey. Hay dos caras, una buena, una mala, una mentirosa y una que es sincera pana. La ira me alivia, está lleno de envidia. Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem. Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem.
Oh my god.
Hello, Isaac in Germany. Welcome to MilenCo Day 2. So right now, you're most likely wondering, why do we see this guy? Why is this guy sitting here on a couch? And why are we doing this? So basically, to start this day, we will start with a really, really special interview. And to start with this interview, I would like to call Mika to sit next to me, of course, with some space. And I will be having some questions for him. Can you, a bit more, so I can do a bit more? All right, perfect. So Mika, would you like to tell us what you do and so on? What is your role?
If I would know, I would really tell you, but I'm just sitting on this couch. They just took me directly from the street. No, my name is Mika, I'm MCVP OGT. I'm responsible on the national level here in Bonn for outgoing global entrepreneur and outgoing global talent, so the long-term internships. And yes, we'll be also working with all the national committee for the next year as the president of ISEC in Germany, so we'll see each other on the physical conferences in the future. I really, really hope that we'll be able to do the physical conferences, but MilenCo is cool, but it's also nice to see each other physically.
All right, thank you so much. So what I want to do today, as you guys also heard it in the opening yesterday, all of our days, so each day of MilenCo is based on one of our leadership qualities, and today is about empowering others. So before I start my day, I want to ask Mika, what does it mean for you, our leadership development quality, empowering others means for you?
I think empowering others is actually my favorite leadership quality from the leadership development model, that we enable people to live through the ISEC experience as being members or EPs abroad, because I think that as soon as you know something better or you can do something better than other people, then it's kind of your responsibility for the society to teach it to them or to empower them to become better, to become stronger individuals, to do more things. Even if you are just having an inspiration and you want to change something, then it's up to you to actually take the lead to inspire other people to go out there, talk to others, to create something bigger together. So for example, if you take care about the environment and you want to lower down CO2 emissions, whatever is something that you care about, without you going out there and doing something for it and inspiring other people to join you in this fight for something better, the other people will not be activated. You know, like it's the same as if you push someone in the subway, then the person starts moving. So the same with empowering others, you need to push others, at least in the beginning, for them to start rolling and to create the movement. For example, Greta Thunberg is the perfect example for empowering others for me. What is written there? I'm actually blind.
Using 280 people watching.
Ah, beautiful.
Hello.
280 people. Hello to every one of you. We love you. Yes, so Greta Thunberg is the perfect example for empowering others. She just went there. She was alone. She's actually how we call it? Schooler? Like a girl from the school, anyways. A pupil, right, a student. But through her example, she empowered people all over the world, millions of people, to actually do something. And I think in ISEC we do something similar through the management and leadership experience that we are delivering and giving to people.
All right, thank you so much, Miko. This was a really, really amazing sharing. Even I learned more about empowering others. So why we did this, you guys now have one idea, also like one concept about what empowering others mean for Mika. And now throughout the day, with your functional courses and with everything that we will have in the day, also with the closing, you guys will be hearing more about what empowering others mean. And for those of you who are also following us on Instagram, you guys also saw that we have a really, really special speaker for today, for the beginning. And I will give it up to her now, so she can start and tell us what empowering others means for her. But before we do this, we also have one really, really special roll call, which is actually really relatable to our speaker. So now I will be starting with this roll call, and I want you guys to stand up in front of your computers, in front of whatever you're doing. It might be weird, but I mean, come on. Let's really try to have this conference feeling. I really think we achieved it yesterday. So now stand up, and we will play the roll call, and we will start with this. And after this, you guys will be hearing Ezgi.
Hello guys, this is Ezgi, MCP of ISEC in Turkey, and here we are dancing our roll call, MC 1718 roll call for ISEC in Turkey. I hope you're gonna like it and you're gonna enjoy the dance with us.
I like a bomba. Like a bomba. I like a bomba. Don't you leave me alone. Don't wanna follow me. I don't grab on my phone. I don't wanna know what you are doing, and I don't wanna know where you are going. So leave me alone. You say you're dirty and your time ready pass. Something that me car, but you never even ask. Try to run away, but hey girl, you pass. Don't understand that your time, girl, don't pass. You don't understand. I mean, I wanna do it. You wanna miss it. You think it is a step against you. Don't give me tell you, say me don't need it. Don't keep on hate, cause you don't believe it. Şairi memnuniye, Matır hurde bağlamamde, Matır hurde bağlamamde, Limana tut, limana tut me. Şairi memnuniye, Matır hurde bağlamamde, Matır hurde bağlamamde, Limana tut, limana tut me. Şairi bağlamamde, Şairi memnuniye. Like a bomba. You say you're dirty and your time ready pass. Something that me car, but you never even ask. Try to run away, but hey girl, you pass. Yeah, yeah. Understand that your time, girl, don't pass. You don't understand, I mean, I wanna do it. You wanna miss it, you think it is a step against you. Don't give me tell you, say me don't need it. Don't keep on hate, cause you don't believe it. You don't understand, I mean, I wanna do it. You wanna miss it, you think it is a step against you. Don't give me tell you, say me don't need it. Don't keep on hate, cause you don't believe it. Mama, mama.
Hello, guys. I hope you guys can hear me. I guess MC will warn me if you guys cannot hear me. Welcome, everyone, to MilenCo's day second. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you guys. As maybe many of you saw on the Instagram page of MC Germany, I will be the external speaker for today's opening plenary. My name is Ezgi Doğan. I was MCP of Isaac in Turkey for the term 17-18, and I was AIVP Products and Global Talent for the term 18-19. I hope I met with some of you before because I was also chair of NATCO 2018, 17, I don't know, I'm just too old, in Isaac in Germany, and now I'm working in a startup in Istanbul in customer success executive role, but we can talk about it later on, so we can skip. Perfect. So I just wanted to start all this plenary and session with one sentence that I really love, and I use it in my life. We are all our choices. And I believe this is the sentence that shaped my 25 years old life. Whenever I was deciding on something, or whenever I was in conflict with what was happening in my life, I always thought about this sentence, that whatever I choose to do, that will be whatever I will become. But then in Isaac, it changed to something else, which is we are all stories. I use that sentence in a lot of sessions because I really believe that all the choices that we make in our life actually becomes the kind of stories that we are as human beings. And empowering others will be the topic of this plenary, but I really connected with the individuals that we are and the kind of people that we are, because without knowing that, of course, we are not going to be able to empower and do whatever it takes for the people that are around us. As your MCP-elect was saying in the beginning, I really truly believe that making people do something bigger than themselves, having a purpose, is also starting from yourself and the kind of stories that you're able to create. So that's why in this slide, I wanted to show you my Isaac journey in a very short way. I joined Isaac in 2013 in Isaac in Istanbul. And then in 14-15 term, I was LCVP, OGT, and OGE. There was no OG at that time, so complicated stuff. And then I moved to MC, so I was MCVP for 2 years, one in OGT term, other one in marketing and customer experience. And then in 17-18 term, I became a member committee president of Isaac in Turkey. And on 18-19 term, I was AIVP, as I told you. So my Isaac journey was 7 years in total. So it's quite of a long journey. I joined when I was 18, and I left it when I was 25 years old in my birthday. So it was a special kind of a day for me. So it was an end of an era and beginning of a new era. So I am a proud Isaac alumnus for the last almost 8 months. Yeah. So I was talking about the kind of person that I have chose to become, but also the plenary that I wanted to create was not necessarily about me, but about the kind of decisions that I took and how it ended up connecting for me with the empowering others quality. So the kind of person that I have choose to become was very connected with me figuring out my purpose in life and my role in life. And for me, these two goes hand in hand, because you cannot even understand your role in life without having a purpose, or you cannot have a purpose and you cannot know your role, how to achieve that purpose. So that's why for me they were always together, and I actually figured them out in my Isaac journey, as most of you guys are actually discovering it right now. So this picture is from my 14-15 term, my EB term. And you can see that I'm 19 years old with my EB team. And I'm very happy, I'm very crazy, I'm very young. I don't know what's going to happen to me. But when I see that Ezgi and that people that are next to me, and when I see this photo, which is my MC team when I was MCP, the team that you watch the roll call with the tight t-shirts, I see a lot of differences. I see different people, different office. I see 4 years of difference and experience, but also I see a different SG, but with the same kind of dream, same kind of purpose, and same kind of life that she wants to create for herself and for the others. So when it comes to the choices that I have made between these 4 years, they always represented the kind of idea that I had for Isaac. Of course, we all heard that Isaac is all about people, but also Isaac's core is exchange. So I was taking every single position in Isaac with all this urge of changing something, doing something better for the world, for myself, but for the people around me, for my community, for my city, and for the world eventually. Like any of us here, all the MC members, or the LCPs, all the team leaders, LCVPs, or even the people that join Isaac right now, we all have the same urge to do something bigger than ourselves. But most of the time, I did not realize actually that I was doing whatever I was doing to make Isaac in Istanbul grow in exchange numbers when I was in my LCVP term, or make Isaac in Turkey volume up, grow, and become one of the best entities ever when I was in my MCVP and MCP terms. And then once I became AIVP, my only goal was to make Isaac grow in exchange numbers. And I believe that that is very, very relatable to most of you, because that's what we wake up every single day, right? Usually before this stuff happened, I used to wake up, my expa, my core open, and I used to track every single approval and realizations. And that was the reason why I used to not to sleep, or why I used to like stay awake till 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and wake up at 7 a.m. to deliver a session. And that was the kind of motivation that came within all these 7 years. But then it started changing. This photo was taken in Euroexpo 2019. I don't know if any of you guys were there, but I remember some German peeps. I had a conversation with them. I remember in the gala night, I guess. So this photo was taken in Euroexpo, and all these people that you see in that photo, they are from my LC, Isaac Istanbul. But don't get me wrong, these people are actually representing 5 generations of Isaac in Istanbul that were present in this conference, Eurexpo, with active roles. They were LCVPs, LCPs, regional office, MCPs, AIVPs, and different MCVPs from different entities. So we all came together and we took that funny photo, because I am the oldest one, so that's why they made me lay down in front of them. But what it made me realize actually is that Isaac is more than only the exchange that we do. So all these people that I saw there, they were somehow had a conversation with me. They were somehow asking me questions throughout their Isaac life about how to overcome a struggle, how to apply for next position, how to make sure that they manage the crisis right. And I was trying to give my time to them, because I consider them as my people. Even if they're not my colleagues, I wanted to see them grow while I was growing. And this next picture, it was posted in my MC Turkey group right after my MCP term ended. And these are the people that actually took different roles in Isaac after my MCP term. So there are, you can see IBK, she was MCVP operations in Isaac in Germany. And you can see there regional office members, MCPs of 2 entities, Andrew and Aziz. You can see different MCVPs. You can see one current AI member here, Ezgi Karabat. You can see one elected AI member, Aziz Mesai, and one current MCP of Turkey, Alihan Bolat. So they were somehow in my Isaac journey, and I was somehow had the privilege to lead them. But of course, I'm not telling you guys that because of me, they stood in Isaac and said, I want to apply for new position. I want to stay in Isaac and change something. It is not about me. But what is more important is that every single one of us has some connection with each other. They were my team members somehow. They were the people that I actually lived together with. And I was able to see them taking a decision to not only impact their own area or their own responsibility, but they wanted to go and impact the world, the Europe region, different entities, their hometowns, their home entities, or maybe completely different entity, because that is what they wanted to do. They wanted to empower other people as well. And for me, the measure of success somehow moved from growing in number of exchanges only to, yes, exchange growth. I need to make my entity grow like never before. Meanwhile, I need to see the people that are around me grow every single day because of me, with me, and I need to grow with them at the same time. So when we talk about empowering others, we usually talk about like giving a motivational speech, right? Like I'm gonna tell you something and you will be so empowered that you will believe that you can do it. I don't believe in that shit, to be honest, because motivational speeches, they never worked for me. What worked for me was very, very simple, which was me believing in myself, but also me seeing the reflection of the others in me, through me. So that's why that quote that usually a lot of different methodologies use is, I am because you are, and I am because we are. And that is the kind of understanding that I have when we think of empowering others. Because for me, empowering others is equal to allowing someone to be themselves, like allowing someone to be whatever they want to be, whoever they want to become, or whatever they want to do, because that is the only time I felt empowered, because I knew that I could change something. I knew that I could be there, raise my voice and say that, hey, this is what I think that is right. And thanks to these people around me, every single person that led me, every single person that I worked with or I led, they always taught me that the best version that I can be is the only version that I know. And that is the only way that I can actually shine and I can actually have that spark. So I want you guys to take a couple of seconds because, yeah, this is a virtual conference and virtual session. So we are not going to be able to engage that much. But I just want you guys to think about all these people that maybe they were your team leaders or your colleagues or your friends or the people that you led. Think about all these people that allowed you to be yourself or be better. So if you are in Isaac for more than 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, then it would be very cool if you guys think about these people within Isaac, your LC, your entity, or any random stranger that you met in an international conference. But for these people that they are newbies, they just joined Isaac, think about all these people before your Isaac life, before your Isaac journey. So which of these people actually allowed you to be yourself, hence allowed you to be better? So just think about them, write them down if you want. So for me, it is very easy to think about that. Within that 7 years of Isaac journey, I met with more than like thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And maybe not every single one of them I remember, but I know that every single one of them, somehow, every single person that I had a conversation with in front of a party, because as Europeans, we are lame and we just drink beer and have conversations, or every single person that I shared an experience with taught me who I am and actually showed me my best version. So this is a photo. I'm actually seeing it right in front of me right now. This is a photo that I have in my small house. So as soon as I open my door and I enter my house, this is the picture that I see every single day. These are all my teams and all the gifts that they have given me, all these babies. And I just want to wake up every day seeing this picture. I want to enter the house and see that, because that that makes me feel alive. That makes me feel like even if they are all around the world, none of them are with me at the moment, I owe them the kind of person I am, because thanks to them, now I have my own purpose in life. I want to work in a startup, I want to have my own startup, and I want to change the education of future Turkey, education of future generations in my own community. And it is not only about me, because I am, because they are. So one thing, I guess this is one of the last messages that I would like to give you guys. At the end of my Isaac journey, after 7 years, after MCP and very like intense AI term, I realized that I was not able to empower anyone unless I was feeling myself in my best. So when I realized that when I'm not taking care of my health, when I'm not taking care of my mental health, when I'm not taking care of my personal time, I'm actually destroying every single circumstances that can make me the best version that I am. So Isaacers usually do that. We don't sleep, we don't eat, we drink too much, but also we are young, we are so energetic, and we believe that nothing will happen to us, right? And we live like there is no tomorrow. And I love this about Isaac. But then when I realized that I was not having enough personal time, I was not giving myself enough time to develop myself, to improve myself, I was not able to care or take care of my people, people that I wanted to empower, people that I wanted to grow together. I was not able to do that because at the end of the day, I was not enough for myself to take care of the others. I believe this is one of my biggest learnings in Isaac. So I just wanted to drop this here because I believe that would be helpful, at least to some of you. If you are giving too much from yourself, take a step back and realize how valuable you are, or what makes you the best, what makes you the worst, how self-aware you are. Understand this, and then go and communicate with your people, make them believe in themselves. But first, you need to have that capacity to do it so. The spark. My PAI asked me in my last Mohammed Fadel, if most of you guys know it, he asked me in our last 101, Ezgi, would you describe your Isaac experience in one word, and what would it be? And I told them 2 words, and I said it was magical and it was sparkling. So I used the word of spark when I actually describe Isaac, because I believe that the kind of spark that we have as individuals inside is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single time when you guys have a coffee break, have a conversation, when you guys actually find a solution for a crisis, when you guys actually apply for a new position, when you guys deliver a session like this, when you talk about your vision about your LC, or your vision about Isaac in Germany, or your life purpose, the spark is always there within us. But what empowering others do, actually it makes the spark getting bigger and bigger, not only inside of you, but also for the people around you. So that's why spark is for me equal to empowering others, and that's why it is equal to my Isaac experience. So that is one of the sentences that I have read in one of the articles. It says that right now, what the world is facing at the moment, the reason why we are having this conference in online platform, because it is the biggest crisis that humanity has ever faced after Second World War. So that made me thought of one thing directly, and it was, of course, the only organization that I gave my 7 years. It was Isaac. Like, if that is the biggest question, struggle that the humanity is facing after Second World War, then it might be maybe the biggest crisis that Isaac has ever faced. So then it comes with a question. How, if we say that we are all our choices, how are we going to make sure that Isaac survives from this crisis? What do we need to do, or what needs to happen that this crisis will make Isaac reborn as how Isaac was born after Second World War, after the biggest crisis that humanity faced? So what's going to happen to Isaac? What is the mission of Isaac here? And it's all about the choices that you will make. So yeah, I know that it's cheesy, and alumni comes and says that, yeah, guys, it's up to you. I'm not talking about it. What I'm talking about is that maybe right now, at this point, you guys are not trying to choose Isaac in Munich, Isaac in Berlin, XYZ, Isaac in your LC growing exchange numbers. Maybe you are right now not dreaming of Isaac in Germany growing exchange numbers or making Isaac growing exchange numbers, because it is not up to you. We are having crisis and we cannot have exchange in certain point of time. But of course, don't forget that it is only for now. Isaac will be about exchanges and the leadership experiences that we develop, but yet, till a certain point of time, that is not the reality. So then what an Isaacer needs to do if it's not exchange at the moment? What is my role as an Isaacer to be there and represent my LC, represent Isaac in Germany? What am I gonna do, right? So that is the question. That's what I was asking to myself and my fellow Isaacers. We were talking about what an Isaacer can do in that kind of situation, right? And one thing is very simple. If you are not able to run exchanges at the moment, then you are gonna make people grow, make the people that grow, Isaac in Germany, Isaac in your LC, that all will start with you and with the people around you. What I mean is that it doesn't mean that if people cannot run exchanges at the moment, they are not able to grow. If they grow, then it means that Isaac will grow exponentially in the same way. And then that is how Isaac will be able to solve all these issues and will be stronger than ever when all this stuff ends. We cannot end Corona. We cannot end all this like ban of traveling. But what we can actually make is give to the people that is ready to give back to Isaac, hence to the world. And that is how Isaac will actually keep being alive. So I want to finish all this plenary with two questions. Who do you choose to be? Because that shaped my entire life. That gave me my life purpose. And I am sure that some of you guys already know this. But if you don't know, it's fine. It's just think about it. How do you want to empower the people around you? Because the way that you treat your people will be the way that you will be treated. And that will be the way that your LCs, your entity, Isaac, at the end of the day, will see the light and will see the colorful days ahead. Isaac, the only thing that Isaac has right now, Isaac has got, including Isaac International, is you guys. The Isaacers that are waiting at home to start going to, they're waiting to go to their offices. They're waiting to convince people to go on exchange because that's what we believe in, leadership development throughout exchanges. But at the same time, if we don't have exchange at the moment, you are the only people that we got, like the people, the membership of Isaac. So that's why taking care of each other, empowering each other, making each other understand how can we be the best version of ourselves, how can we understand the role in our lives, and how can we actually reflect the purpose that we have individually to Isaac in your LC, in your entity, and also in the world. And that is how I believe that we will become the stories that the world needs, Isaac in Germany needs, and Isaac needs at the end of the day. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope my idea of Isaac and empowering others was relatable to you and we could share something. Thank you so much. Have a great, great conference.
Ezgi, I also want to thank you so much once more that you also remind us once more that leadership is also about empowering the others around you. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you again that you took your time and joined us in this conference, shared your energy with us, shared your passion with us. And I wish you all the best, and I wish you a nice day, and thank you so much again for being here. I think she didn't hear me. All right, so with this, I know we overtimed a bit, so I don't want to take too much of your time. So maybe we can go over the agenda real quick, super fast. So as you guys know, now we were in the opening, we overtimed with 5 minutes. So at 3:45, we will be starting with the functional course number 1. And after this, we will be having functional courses number 2 and 3. Again, you can find all the links on MilenCo Central Tool. We will be also updating this in the announcements groups once more, so you don't need to worry about this. And at the end, at 7 p.m., we will be getting back again with MilenCo. to do our MilenCo closing. So I wish you guys a really nice day. Don't forget about our tips to master MilenCo and enjoy your courses. Bye bye.
Hey Isaac, this is Isaac in Germany. Dance the new MC roll call. Let's dance it together and elevate this entity.
Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem.
Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem. Kein Parkplatz, egal, ich hab keinen Führerschein. Ich denk nicht viel nach, ich will nicht klüger sein. Ich bin so down to earth, aber überheiß. Alle meckern über schlechte Wetter und ich chill daheim. Mein größtes Problem ist, dass ich keine hab. Halb leeres Glas bei dir, halb voll in meinem Glas. Schaufel mir halt ungern mein eigenes Grab. Ich sterb in nem maßgeschneiderten Designerladen. Ich hab kein Problem und somit auch kein Drama. Du kannst es so sehen, aber ich seh's halt anders. Lasse alle reden, lasse reden, lasse labern. Es läuft wie von selbst und den Rest regelt Karma. Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem. Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem.
Sorry dir zu sagen, dass mein Leben funktioniert. Ich weiß, dir wär's lieber, ich wär völlig ruiniert. Würd dir gern sagen, dass ich auch so scheiße dastehe wie du. Doch den Gefallen kann ich dir leider nicht tun. Ich muss dich leider schwer enttäuschen, ich komm einfach super klar. Mein Terminkalender reiert, doch ich feier das brutal. Ich geh ständig bis ans Limit, Überstunden sind normal. Doch wenn du liebst, ist das egal. Scheiß doch rote Zahl, ist doch super für die Steuer. Dein Kredit nicht abbezahlt, bald kommt auch noch ein neuer. Immer noch dieselbe Frau, ja genau, ob noch die Queen. Irgendwie müde aus, ist doch normal in Berlin.
Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem. Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem. Das Geld kommt von der GEMA. Früher oder später. Hast du mich an Drehmer? Wir schauen mal, dann sehen wir.
Te digo en la cara que no eres mi mala herida profunda, no sana mañana. Que es lo que buscas, todo se gusta porque me intrigas, inventas y abusas. Quieres ver en mí a mí, pero no es así. Lo que ves fácil así no funciona hoy aquí. Hey. Hay dos caras, una buena, una mala, una mentirosa y una que es sincera pana. La ira te alivia, está lleno de envidia.
Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem. Sie wollen wissen, wie's mir geht. Ist alles okay? Können nicht verstehen. Ey, tut mir leid, ich hab kein Problem.
Oh my God.